is a place where you then feel difficult to associate yourself with. When you're told that, okay, I'm going to Palestine, people ask questions. Are you really going to Palestine? Are you sure you want to go there? This perception, it's about time it needs to change. The beauty of the country, the beauty of the people is amazing. They're friendly, they're more like, I felt like I'm at home when I was there. We had entered into discussions with some of the people I met, some of the young people I met there. And as a young person, I was passing through some shops. And I met one shopkeeper who was selling electronics. Surprisingly, I found the cost of electronics there were ridiculously high compared to many other shops I could get. And then we entered a discussion with this shopkeeper. He came to explain to me that the amount of tax that they have to pay for importing this is very high compared to the amount of tax that is supposed to be imported in other parts of the country. The minimum income for a Palestinian is about 1,000 shekels, while the minimum income for their counterparts is about 4,000 shekels. The cost for paying electricity is about double per unit, almost 13 shekels. This hinders the development of the country. It hinders the opportunities that these people of Palestine could have to grow their economy, to move forward. Some of them, I was told before that there are some barriers to pass through the country from one port to another. I saw these barriers. You have to pass one after, when the airport, imagine you have to move from here to the airport of Dar es Salaam, it takes only 40 minutes. But the airport that you're supposed to use from Palestine to get out of the country for Palestinians, you have to board it from Jordan, which is another country. And if you don't get the visa to get into that country, that means you're not able to go out of the country. And it takes about 6 to 7 hours to move from one port to another, to one stop to another to get to the city center, the country capital is Ramallah. While actually the nearest airport is only 45 minutes away. This makes it very difficult to go out of the country. You might have heard about the wall. Some people they call it the fence in Palestine. It's pretty tall, actually very tall. In some countries, in some places, it actually passes, some houses have to be split into two. So if your bathroom was in one side and the bedroom is in the other side, the bedroom is in Palestine, the bathroom is in Israel. What I'm trying to say here is this suffering that we're being told here is not a story. It's not very far. It might be perceived as the story of the Palestinians is very Arabic, is very, very far from us. But you might need to understand that during the occupation, the options were three. The option of Argentina, the options of Uganda, the option of Palestine. What if the occupation had occurred in Uganda and we had to take the refugees from that end? This story of the Palestinians is not a very far story. It's not something that you should relate by far. It's something that we need to understand. Actually, I would like to change the perception. This is not solidarity with the Palestinians. It's solidarity towards humanity. It's an issue of humanity. It's not an issue of Palestinians anymore. And the only way you could stand in solidarity with humanity is to understand the dynamics that are going on. And this is the reason why we're all here now. And as young people, we need to understand what is happening. We need to understand what are these people deprived of. What are the human beings, the young people, the children, the pictures out there. My call for all of us today, we all need to stand up for solidarity with humanity. It's no longer an issue of solidarity with the Palestinians. I'm very grateful that the UN system has declared the year 2014 to be the year of solidarity with the Palestinians. It's a very big step towards solidarity with humanity. So as my closing remark, I'd like all of us to stand up and show solidarity for humanity. Let's wrap. minute of silence for all the people who lost their lives along the way.